Hey ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matthew Vaughan Stables. I'm doing the Refugee Food Ration, which is a food ration challenge for refugees in Syria. Today I have received my box from Oxfam, who is doing this food ration challenge. And let's get started. I'll show you the box, I'll tell you what's inside, and we'll open it up. I'm very excited. So here we go. Here's my box here. It says Refugee Food Ration, and then Arabic as well, for 1 week. The food ration is this box. And as you just have seen, it says food ration 1 week, and Arabic writing underneath, which will be saying Refugee Food Ration. And on the sides, both sides, it says the same, and right here is got what is inside. So let's see what is inside this box. You've got quality, which is 400 grams of rice, 170 grams of lentils, 850 grams of dried chickpeas, 125 grams of tinned sardines, 400 grams of tinned kidney beans, 300 mils of vegetable oil, 1 food coupon rice, 1 food coupon flour. And refugee ration distribution is in Tel Aviv, Jordan, if I'm correct. Please correct me in the comments if I have said that, if I said the country in Jordan, if I said the name wrong. But anyway, let's open this up. I've got my knife here to open up the box, so please be careful not to cut yourself. So here we go. Here we go, let's see what's inside. Oh, awesome. Okay, I got my rice here, my 420 grams of rice. Can't wait to sort out a recipe for this. And all of this here is to support Syria, the refugees in Syria, as Syria is a war-torn country, and it's very sad to see what happens over there. They barely eat, they get ration packs like this, and it has to last them 1 week, so doesn't look much for 1 week, so I've got to spread out in that 1 week. So yeah, that's the rice. Next one is the red lentils. I think I have had lentils before. Yeah, nice. I love my lentils. I've had lentil soup before. So yeah, and with rice, I just love eating rice and fish. But yeah, we've got a 2 books here and a 2 posters, so yeah, it'd be nice to have a look at some of the recipes there. Here's our dried chickpeas. As you can see, they're nice and dry and hard. So I got my chickpeas. I love chickpeas, I love my hummus. What else we have here? This looks like our vegetable oil, yeah. Vegetable oil, 300 ml. On the box it says, yes, 300 ml vegetable oil. And then I've got my red kidney beans. And then I've got my sardines, Brunswick sardines. And I've got my 2 food coupons, one for flour and one for rice. And at the back it says instructions for food ration challenge participants. Number 1. In additional ration kits, refugees are sometimes given coupons that they can exchange for food in local shops. To recreate your refugee experience, please buy an additional 400 gram flour and add this to your weekly rations. This coupon is for illustrative purpose only and can't be redeemed in any store. And then the rice one would be an additional to ration kits. Refugees sometimes are given coupons, blah blah blah, same as before. Number 2, recreate your refugee experience. Please buy an additional 1.5 kg of rice and add this to your weekly ration. And it says the same at the bottom. So yeah, and that's all in my box. Looks like the vegetable oil has been leaking a bit, but that doesn't worry me, unless I've still got vegetable oil in the bottle. But anyway, I cannot wait to try this. I'm looking forward to do my food ration for 2018. It's my first time. I have done the 24-hour food challenge with World Vision, I think was. That was when I was back in high school in 2008. I had done that and I really enjoyed that, and I received a whole lot of support from people helping me up with that. So I was happy with that, and this here should be the same. Nice and easy, but it's for longer. It's for 1 week. The Real Revision one was only for 24 hours. Oh no, 48 hours, sorry, 2 days. But this one here is longer. It's for 1 week. So I'm going to be enjoying that. And here's the booklet. Now, to let you guys know something, when I do this, I will be asking for donations for people to support me, and I'll get on to that through this booklet here. So yeah, and I'll just show you guys some stuff here. Ration challenge. It says, welcome, thank you for joining the Ration Challenge community and showing your refugees we're with them, not against them, and thank you for being part of the first ever Ration Challenge in New Zealand. Because of passionate people like you, the Ration Challenge has already raised close to 6 million in just 4 years and helped over 22,000 refugees in 2018. The Ration Challenge partners with Oxfam to bring the challenge to New Zealand, giving Kiwis a powerful way to make difference and show refugees we're with them. And there's never been a more important time to do. Right now there are more refugees and displaced people around the world than at any time. since World War II. People who People who fled conflict and disaster in their own country and are faced with daily struggle for survival. And this is where you and the Ration Challenge community come in. By taking the challenge, you'll be providing food, medicine and education for refugees and supporting people living in poverty around the world. And by sharing your experience with those around you, you'll be opening people's eyes, hearts and minds to what refugees go through, creating a more compassionate world. Thank you for being part of this movement for change. And that's from, I will not say who it's from, but Ration Challenge co-founders. And it says, in your pack, having registered and set up your fundraiser page, next part is this pack, which includes your ration box, your ration guide, and a poster. And on the back it says, let's do it. And it's just telling me what to do, like take a photo of my ration box, post it on social media. The first one I'm doing is YouTube, to get it out around there so people understand. And join the community online, where I can go on Facebook and join the community online, and yeah. So the next one must be my poster I've got here. And I will be posting my Ration Challenge link in the description. So if any people want to have a look, they can donate. There's different prices, or you can make up your own price. You do not have to donate the proper price, but there is ways to donate there. The Ration Challenge is from the 17th to the 24th of June. And here's the poster here. And the first one I get in the pack, it says, put your money where my mouth is. I'm taking the Ration Challenge and I'll be living on the same food ration as the Syrian refugees for 1 week. Just a small amount of rice, flour, lentils, chickpeas, beans and fish and oil. Yes, that's it. By supporting me, you'll help provide rations for healthcare and education for Syrian refugees, as well as support the work of Oxfam New Zealand to improve the lives of people living in poverty around the world. Sponsor me now at my.rationchallenge.org.nz. And then I just write, it says, write your unique code, page link here. Show refugees we're with them and not against them. And on the other side here, excuse me, it says Ration Challenge, hungry for change. Take the Ration Challenge and show refugees we're with them and not against them. To read this bit. Eat the same ration as a refugee during refugee week. Just a small amount of rice, flour, lentils, chickpeas, beans, fish and oil. And get sponsored to do it. The money you raise will provide medicine and education for refugees and support the work of Oxfam New Zealand to improve lives of people living in poverty around the world. We'll send you the same food rations a refugee receives in a refugee camp. Find out more and sign up today. And that's about it on that one. And here is the Ration Challenge guide. The ration challenge rewards, recipes and everything else you need to know to take the ration challenge. And I'll just show this up there. It's saying hey there and welcome. It's got a whole lot of writing which I might not be able to do today, but I'll just find some important pieces in here. You challenge level rations during Refugee Week 17-24 of June 2018. You eat and drink the same as a Syrian refugee living in a camp in Jordan. No meat, no coffee, no alcohol. Can you do it? Well, alcohol, but I do not drink at all. I do not drink. Is forbidden in my religion. So that's one bit. Coffee. Oh, that's going to be a hard one because I love drinking my coffee. And meat, I love eating my meat as well. So that's going to be tough for 1 week. But it should be easy, so let's try it out. Raise money and awareness. Ask all your friends and family to sponsor you online and in person. Explain why refugees urgently need our support and why this issue matters to you. Sorry about that. Make a difference. This money that you will raise provide life-changing support in conflict and disaster-affected communities worldwide. By sharing your experience with those around you, you'll be opening people's eyes, hearts and minds to what refugees go through, creating a more compassionate New Zealand. The rules and serious stuff. The Ration Challenge rests on honesty and policy. So it's down to you and your considerates to see it through properly. You need to commit to eating only the contents of the pack plus additional rice and flour bought with the coupons, and drinking only water for the 7 days during the ration challenge unless you've earned another ingredient by working hard on your fundraising. Do your best and raise a minimum of $500 by the 30th of June. If this sounds scary, don't worry. Last year people raised an average of $710. Each follow our fundraising tips and you'll be there in no time. So yeah, and if I raise any money, this is what I'll receive in my pack. And there's recipes and all of that in there. So hope you enjoyed this short video of my Refugee Food Ration. Please support me by my link below in the description, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put in the comments and I'll reply to them. Thank you and have a lovely day. Thank you. Bye.